Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you a cool team you can use for this faction assault in the Crypt Keepers. As ever, if you grab something from the shop, grab yourself a tier 1, gives you a potion of enchantment, which means all your troops start enchanted at the start of each and every battle. But remember, you do get one for free if your horde level is 100 or above in the faction itself. There's a really nice troop at tier 3 if you don't have it already. If you're a newer player, Grave Seer. Really good. Starts battles with full mana, transforms green to purple, and enchants the strongest ally. A really nice troop there. Tier 4. Cool weapon. It's alright. Steals magic +1 life from the 2 weakest enemies and summons a random undead. And remember, you pick that up anyway if you end up going to tier 4 in this faction assault anyway. But on with the team itself. Right, I'm going to do a remix of my Invincibles team on this one. You may have seen this kind of team before. Well, I used it in Geomancer class, but with Charleston. This works in a similar kind of way, but with a little twist at the same time. The thing is, with faction assaults, the key thing is not to lose any troops, because you do not get back any lost troops. If you die, if you lose your top troop, they are gone until the delve ends, and that is an issue. So you make sure that they survive. In that other team that used Charleston with Geomancer, we had a constant barrier. But we're not going to have that in this. We need to protect our top troop in a different way, and we can do this by giving them as much life as they basically need. The idea of this team, if you're not already familiar, is Mang is a fantastic weapon, eliminates all armor from an enemy, then deals magic +1 damage, gains attack equal to the armor eliminated. So what this means is, even if you're a newer player to the game, as the levels progress, as they get harder, Mang just scales at the same time as the difficulty level. If the enemy has like 200 armor, so what? Mang takes it away and adds 200 to your attack, making it absolutely lethal whenever those skull hits come down. So we're going to use that. But that boosted up attack can be used in another way as well. The Gargoyle deals splash damage to an enemy boosted by all allies' attack. So as Mang gets more powerful, and eventually on the hardest levels you'll have 1,000 attack on Mang really quickly, your Gargoyle will do absolutely an insane amount of damage. A really good way to go about it. Secret Darkwood is going to be here just to deal damage to an enemy, pick them off, loop like a crazy arrow-wielding bow elf woman, which kind of sums her up, and basically wait for the skull hits. And when the skull hits come down, they will do massive damage. If we need mana, or if we need life, we can call upon Emperor Liang. Now, all those 4 matches from Secret we're going to benefit from anyway. Enchant a random ally on 4 or 5 gem matches is really good. But the spell is destroy all gems of a chosen colour with full effect. So basically we can give anybody mana that we want, as well as maybe generate extra turns now and again from that, and give all allies of the matching colour 66 life. In my case, it's magic +1 and 4 magic. So we can put that on the top troop if we need it. We can put it on green if you want to give Secret a load of mana if she fails to loop, because there is one troop here which isn't an elf, and that is Gargoyle. The others are elves because we're in Archer class. But she should still loop pretty good. Archer class, what's cool about this is 15% chance for skull damage to be lethal, so no matter what the strength of the enemy later on, some of them are just going to die as soon as they get hit by a skull, which is really cool. Then we'll have Hunt. The second one's irrelevant. Then Root Trap is a really nice way to start so you don't get bashed by your own skulls, probably. Back up, Wall of Vines, Dodge, and Thieves Guild. But the main thing about this is that Root Trap and that Bullseye. Really cool. Just show the banner quick. +2 red, +1 brown, -1 blue. Alright, on with the first battle. Like, you can just get Mang straight up, if you like, just to kill someone off. You can use this if you like to give somebody mana, so we can put it on Secret, put it on green, it takes them away, leave the purple there which she likes, take someone out, Gargoyle's charged, you can use Gargoyle or Secret to finish off. Stick on any medals of Nisha you've got to boost up your power. Affects Secret, affects Mang, affects Gargoyle. And you can just go straight across the middle to this. Just 3 fights if you like, straight to the end, or when you get to this stage, or here, you can just pick off all these other rooms to build up the room treasure and multiplier. For the speed of the video, I'm just going to go trotting straight across the middle. Give them a little whackety whack. See, when you cast your Mang, it's not going to be too effective on this one because the enemy's quite low level, but this boosts up our gargoyle who does extra damage. But it comes into its own on the later levels. It really does make a massive, massive difference. Obviously, ordinarily you would leave the entangled troop at the top till last if they're still entangled. Don't want to get hit by any of your own skulls that might pop down, or any skulls in general, basically. They've already gone. Too bad. Let's get rid of the enchanted troop. Let's get Seek recharged. Give them a wallop. Could have taken that skull hit, but hey, I thought I'd make it look like they were doing good. Of course, you can use a Zool team on this. Lots of options on this. Phoenicia powerful team. You can use that. Any Zool team if you've got the Zool. Really good. Like showing these options for people without the mythic troops. Huge amount of yellow there to start with. What have we got? Green will do. Let's pick on them. Seeker's charged. And again. And again. So basically the Mang thing isn't going to come into its own until the later levels. Like Secra and Gargoyle will be plenty for a lot of people to do this on the early levels. But if it's not, then cast your Mang. I'll do it the Mang method now. The Mang method, it sounds quite cool. So we cast Mang. Our attack right now is 102. Take out somebody that's either top or the bottom, because if you leave a gap, then when you cast your Gargoyle, you're not going to get the correct splash damage. So do that. We've now got 137 attack now. Now our Gargoyle, the boost is 148, which is really cool. So again, let's pick on someone towards the bottom of the screen. I think Seeker's going to do it on her own before Gargoyle was ready, but hey ho, it is what it is. And finish. So even though this is the lower levels still, this is still going to be nice and quick on the higher levels, and the reason is, like I say, you just use your Gargoyle more. At the moment we don't need to because Seeker's doing a job on them and we're getting nice attack and some skull drops. Got a nice attack now, 141. Got another nice skull hitter then. Remember, there's always a 15% chance that they can just die at any moment. On any of those skull hits can just be instant death for the opposition. They just died straight away. And they're gone and all. Really straightforward and easy. Doing my Guild Wars battles later on. Guild Wars, War 1, Purple Day. Nice bit of purple there. I'll take green instead, because it's better to leave purple for Secret if you can. Apart from they're going to convert some. Should we get our Mang up? Yeah, let's get Mang up first. Yeah, let's cast on them just to get them out of the way and get a nice boost to our attack. Now the boost is 149 on Gargoyle, park it on somebody in the middle for the splash damage, kaboosh. So like I say, on the really high levels, because it's still like low level stuff, then basically just make sure you cast your Mang first once or twice, get a really nice high attack. That makes your Gargoyle super, super powerful. Then you loop with Secra, and take any skull hits as they come down. Like you can get auto hits. You'll get auto hits as well with the skulls when you cast them with Secra, because she's going to loop a lot of the time. Basically, you'll get just automatic skull hits. They'll just happen, and then your overpowered Mang will do just a hideous amount of damage. Nice and easy. I haven't even had to use Emperor Liang yet. I'll just show how we use Emperor Liang if you need to. Did cast him once earlier, I think, to get some mana for Secra, but yeah. Surprisingly useful in this kind of situation is old Liang. Doesn't get used that much, but he's actually really good because that enchant a random ally on 4 or 5 gem matches makes a difference, as does Transcend. The top one, exchange 2 life for 2 magic on 4 or 5 gem matches. So he kind of loses life every time you get that 4 match. He sort of punches himself in the face. But basically, if you cast this on himself, like a purple or yellow, then he will get a load of life back. So whatever you lose, you can actually get back with Emperor Liang. But yeah, you can give a massive buff to whoever needs life. Like if you cast on red, you'll get that life and magic boost to Mang and a gargoyle. And if you do it on brown, you'll get the same. So yeah, really cool. All right, so let's get our boost. Let's get going with old Chalcedony Mark II. Like here, like you can obviously get purple for Secret, but it's good to leave them. Sometimes you'll be able to create a 4 match with Liang really easily. Like if this purple one was another red, for example, and I chose to remove yellow, that would create a 4 match if I cast Liang and chose yellow as the colour to remove. So there is ways of making a 4 match with it as well. But for now, I'll just do it on green because that's all Secret needs. She's ready, and that leaves lots of purple on the board, which gives her a better chance of looping. Gargoyles up. Kiaboosh. Right, I've got one more set, I might as well do them. But yeah, it's a nice easy way of going through. Like I say, if you've got that Phoenicia, she's really good for this. As is Zool. If you've got Zool, you've probably been playing long enough to know exactly the kind of team you could be using with him. Let's give them a wallop. Get charged and dead and dead. Really easy. Just remember to use your Emperor Liang on red or brown if you need to give your top troop a bunch of life. Just do these last 2 battles. And think about doing the Guild Wars. That's going to be ready next time anyway, but we can get some stuff for our gargoyle at the same time. Chuck that on the top or bottom troop basically. You don't want to kill someone particularly in the middle, because then, like I say, the splash damage is less effective from gargoyle if you do that. Like splash damage affects the enemy you hit and the immediately adjacent ones either side. So if you leave a gap, you're not going to get the splash damage. So there we go. Gargoyle now is a boost of 152. Troop in the middle. Kaboosh. Job done. And this will work even if you're a newer player as well. It's not just because I got high stats. Like whatever the stats of the enemy, their armor, when you strip that away with Mang, even if you're a newer player, you are going to get a really nice attack buff, which affects not only your skull hits, but also your gargoyle power as well. So a really cool team. It's not as invincible as the Charleston one, because that constant barrier in that is just a mental thing. It's just like really, really cool. And that makes it mega safe. But this is still pretty safe. You just have to be a little bit more wary of what's going on with the team and skulls and things like that. Right, so we'll take out that bottom troop. Got a nice buff now with 156 on our gargoyle. Is that enough to take him out? Nope. So if you want, you can actually cast or get your Mang ready again. If you use Emperor Liang for this, you can have a check that there's enough on the board first. It's 10 brown, so if we cast this, we're going to pick up 10 brown, which is enough for our Mang. But I'm just looking at this thinking there must be a 4-match somewhere. In fact, that's such a weird mix of purple and blue. That's making me go a bit trippy. So I'm just going to do that and see what happens. So top troop is still entangled, of course, because of the effect of Archer class. We'll just do that. Take away their armor. We've boosted up our Mang now to 176 damage. Whack it in the middle. Nearly finished them off. Secret can get the glory. And there it is, a really cool, easy team to use for this faction assault in Crypt Keepers. If you liked this video, enjoyed it, found it useful, any of that kind of jazz, be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button if you've not done so already. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.